I don't wanna be like you. I just wanna be me. I don't wanna be. Who's this? I'm me. Hi everyone. This is TaMMiE. Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Mình là TaMMiE. 안녕하세요. 저는 TaMMiE입니다. Welcome to the interview for Open Up EP. Thank you guys for having me interview for the new EP released by me, Open Up EP. Thank you so much for having me today, and I would like to just say a thanks to everyone so far that has been supporting TaMMiE and enjoying listening to Open Up EP. Thanks for having me. So it's been more than 2 years since I've released more music, and I felt like this comeback is really meaningful to me, not only because it's been more than 2 years since I've released new music, but it's also been the process of going through releasing my new album Open Up EP. So it did take a while for Open Up EP to be released, and I feel that it gave me time to express myself more, find ways where I can make the music into something that I'll be able to release, to have more music in a good way to other fans. Wow, thank you so much for your support so far, guys. This has been really amazing. I didn't really expect that after 2 years, or more than 2 years, that there would still be people out there really excited to welcome TaMMiE back into the music industry. And even though I've been doing little projects here and there, this is the first big project I've done since my debut, and I feel so welcome that there's actually people out there who will still be my fans and listen to TaMMiE's music. So thank you guys. For the album, the title track Wanna Be Me Girl does have a dance, and I hope you guys are really excited because I'm going to announce that do expect full dance practice and dance videos to be released real soon, guys, so stay tuned. Yes, I can sing a bit of Wanna Be Me Girl, and I'll sing a bit of Ggummi Ent. So this is Wanna Be Me Girl. I just wanna be you, I just wanna be me. 인이 다 있어, I am gonna go high. I just wanna be you, cause I do feel like me. 이대로도 좋아, no one can stop me now. And the second track that I'm gonna sing for you guys is Ggummi Ent. 일등심을 받고 부리 뜻이 유 뜻이란 털 일등심을 받고 부리 뜻이 유 뜻이란 털. Thank you guys. Alright, so that was Wanna Be Me Girl and Ggummi Ent. So recording in 3 languages. This is the first time I've released a song in English, and I felt like it was pretty new, but also very exciting because my previous release was in Korean and Vietnamese, and I just wanted to try something new, and I felt like the English version worked pretty well compared to the Korean version, so I went ahead and I released something in English, which is something I've always wanted to try. And I was able to try it in this new album, which is why I'm so grateful for being able to release my first song in English. Hopefully in the future there will be more talks of releasing songs in English. It looks like Wanna Be Me Girl English version is going pretty well, so Hopefully, you'll be able to see me release more song covers in English and release more tracks in English in the future. So I decided to have this album released with songs in 3 languages because I just felt that better represented me and open up. The album title is about representing myself and just being who I am and showing who I am. So that's why I decided to stay and put tracks that I was creating together in one album with all the languages that I was creating tracks in. I felt like I could better represent myself, and I think it's a challenge as well. For me, it was a challenge because I hadn't really done that before, and I don't think I've seen many people out there do it. So I just thought if I put this together and there's different languages in the same album, if people listen to it, they might not think so much about what language I'm thinking in or the way I'm expressing myself, but they can feel it through their music, which is what I wanted to try for this new release, for my new EP, Open Up. So Open Up with the rose as the album cover represents just blooming and opening to be yourself and to just have a go at showing who you are, whether you're still doing something or you've already tried to show yourself. Doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, it's just about having a go at being who you are and showing what you want to be. And I felt like it's something I really wanted to talk about and something that's really stuck with me, which is why I decided to release the album titled Open Up. So as I was going through the title tracks, I was thinking, what if I had a rap track? And so I was thinking of doing a rap track at the time, and I thought, why don't I just put it in this album so it has a variety of different things. And I came across Open Up as the album title, and I thought maybe if I had a rap related to Open Up and it could represent the album. So I came up with the title Dashi Open Up as a way just to say, if you have tried to open up before, why not do it again? And I felt like it was something that really clicked with me, so I stuck with the title Dashi Open Up, which in Korean, the word dashi means again. So it's again open up. Well, in the future, I'll probably be releasing more tracks and I'll be experimenting with releasing different languages in the same release, and I'll just try and be really creative and see what I want to tell and release that in an upcoming release. Hopefully, it won't be too long, but it'll also be something that I'll be looking forward to, and hopefully, all the fans and people looking at TaMMiE will also be looking forward to it as well. So the title track for this album is Wanna Be Me Girl. There's a Korean version and an English version, and the music video as well as the song represents who you want to be and your dreams. It doesn't have to be that someone says that it's not good that you don't try. It's just to give courage to being yourself and just trying to do the things that you really want to do. And if you know you can do it, sometimes you can actually do it. Even if people say no or they try to stop you from doing it. And that's a message that I wanted to bring in this album, to open up about yourself and to be yourself. And that's what the title track focuses on. Throughout the album, there are 5 songs. The first song is Open Up Intro, which is just an intro with piano and violin music, just to make a warm feeling for the whole EP before you start listening to the other tracks. The second track is Wanna Be Me Girl, Korean version, then Wanna Be Me Girl, English version, followed by Ggummi Ent, which translates to loving something that is a dream. And finally, the last track, or the final track, is Dashi Open Up, which is just from Korean, and it represents and means to open up yourself again. Maybe you've closed yourself before, and it's just a way to try and open up yourself again to the world. So the themes for this album is rose and guitar, as well as rose petal. So this represents rose as the picture in the album cover, and rose is also a theme throughout Wanna Be Me Girl music video, so hope you guys put that out. Rose is just a special flower to me, and I think that's why, yeah, that's one of my favorite flowers, and that's why I put it in the MV and the album cover, just to represent a flower opening up, and I chose a rose. So yeah, there's no really special meaning to it. It's just a rose is a beautiful color, and that's what I wanted to show. Open up like a flower blooming, guys. And the second thing, guitar, is because there is guitar in Ggummi Ent, and that track really represents something about me. So I just thought guitar, rose, yeah, that's most of the songs. So that's the theme for the album Up. So my favorite track in this album is Ggummi Ent, which translates roughly to loving something that is a dream. And it's my favorite track because it uses the guitar, and I do represent part of myself. Like, I want to achieve something, but it hasn't been easy to do music to make up an album. So I just put a few things in there just to show that even if you don't really know what you're doing, but you feel like you have a dream and you know you want to do it and you can do it, but things are stopping you, just to go for it because it's your dream. And if you're gonna spend some time doing something and you want to do that, open yourself up and do it. So thank you guys for having me for this interview again. This has been TaMMiE. Bye. Đây đã là TaMMiE. Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Bye bye. Đây đã là TaMMiE. Bye bye. 지금까지 TaMMiE였습니다. 안녕. So a quick message to all my fans. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. My fans are so amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the journey of the release of new album Open Up EP. Thank you for all your support during the time I've been sharing the title track as well as other tracks during the process. And thank you for listening to my songs. I hope you guys listen and support me more, and stay tuned for more TaMMiE. Bye. Xin chào các bạn fan của TaMMiE. TaMMiE rất hân hạnh đã có album mới Open Up EP. Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người đã ủng hộ TaMMiE với album mới, và trong lúc TaMMiE đang chia sẻ hành trình của làm album mới, TaMMiE cảm ơn tất cả mọi người đã ủng hộ album mới của TaMMiE và những việc TaMMiE đã làm trong mấy năm trước. Trong tương lai TaMMiE sẽ làm nhiều nặng hơn nữa thì nhớ ủng hộ TaMMiE nha. Cảm ơn các bạn nha. Cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều đã ủng hộ TaMMiE. 팬 여러분 너무 감사합니다. TaMMiE처럼 album Open Up 많이 응원해줘서 정말 감사합니다. 앞으로도 TaMMiE 더 열심히 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 너무 감사한 마음이 있어서 많이 응원해주세요. 감사합니다. 지금까지 탐이었습니다. 안녕. Thank you so much for supporting. I hope you guys have enjoyed the album and this interview. Thank you so much for having me. This has been TaMMiE. 열심히 하겠습니다. 팬 여러분 감사합니다. TaMMiE 팬 여러분 너무 감사합니다. TaMMiE 팬 여러분 너무 감사합니다.